Mr. Speaker, let me go to taxes. This budget marks a shift from an economy that was burdened with e-levy to an economy that is free from e-levy. You stood in this chamber and said that this economy will collapse if e-levy was not imposed. We have removed e-levy and the economy is doing better.
Out of four, into minority leader Afenyo Markins, in fact, or Jinu to parliament pound, or Kasiha, na Mahama Ayariga dia wire for her, or Kasiha, na Mahama Ayariga wire for her, ye never kaya. Mahama Ayariga, a few days ago, I can say a few weeks ago, Eba Bedin Komochi mu say, enough of Afenyo Markins, ni dede hunu aye or parliament, Sisi and Afenyo Markins kahwe, or no so be kahwe. Obe make sure say jandam bi Afenyo Markins de beba abonti bia obe make sure so de no kren be pie na menemu Ayeka say just last week before a week ni besi no the clash upon titans e course of parliament no na enye easy and the Afenyo ka na aye Mahama Ayariga ono so bosso na adofo without majile me pese be share video we were this side and there in parliament and the Mahama Ayariga kasa edi aye keso atofose aye atofose ne budget or the bar bontino or the wahwado adofo pepe say beti nkomo no this side now adofo let me know your opinion in the comment me party emi hu ne say aye Mahama Ayariga wato no boy stadium Afenyo Markins na sisi ano or in fact or mani close Markins sisi ano or the man like back to back in share video no na ama me hu opinion or comment ni.
Mr. Speaker, let me go to taxes. This budget marks a shift from an economy that was burdened with e-levy to an economy that is free from e-levy. You stood in this chamber and said that this economy will collapse if e-levy was not imposed. We have removed e-levy and the economy is doing better. Mr. Speaker, when you say road, they'll say e-levy. When you say you need a hospital, they'll say allow us to pass e-levy. When you say you want to employ teachers, they say e-levy. And they force us and pass e-levy. We have removed e-levy and the economy is doing better. Mr. Speaker, this budget marks a shift from an economy burdened by COVID levy to an economy that is free from COVID levy. COVID levy has been taken away. Mr. Speaker, this budget has also confirmed that our decision earlier in the year to remove the withholding tax on gold sales is indeed revolutionizing the gold subsector. Mr. Speaker, an argument has been made in this House by friends opposite that we inherited a good economy. And I've heard my colleague, the minority leader, repeat that argument here. And that it is because we inherited a good economy that we are able to promptly pay our debts. I heard that. Mr. Speaker, the reason why we are able to pay our debts is because we replaced fiscal recklessness and criminal management of the economy with honest, responsible fiscal management of the economy. We replaced recklessness with prudence. The era of bloated, opaque, and corrupt expenditures are no longer the order of the day. Because Atuforsen will not allow bloated, opaque, and corrupt expenditures. If that is what you say people are complaining about, this side of the House supports him. We will spend, but we will spend on the right matters. We will send the money to common fund. We will send the money to get fund. We will send the money to NHIA. Mr. Speaker, and we will spend and we will retool our armed forces. Mr. Speaker, if this government was dumping $58 million in massive holes in the name of building a cathedral, we will not have be able to honor our debt obligations. 97 million. Mr. Speaker, if we're looting and plundering the resources of ECG the way it was done in the past, we will not be able to honor our debts. If we're giving HAPTEL 3% of ECG revenues, we will not be able to pay our debts. ECG developed their own mobile app, and HAPTEL came and collected $12 million from them just to enhance that app. $12 million to enhance an app. And after that, they were taking 3% of the revenues that have been generated by the same app that ECG used their money to develop, for which HAPTEL collected $12 million to enhance. If we're managing the economy that way, we will not be able to honor our debt obligations. If we're wasting money on fraudulent schemes like Zipline, we're giving them $15 million to drop blood in rural areas. Those monies could have fixed the roads to those rural areas. Mr. Speaker, if Atufosun was approving monies so that we can give $108 million contract for servicing and maintaining our ambulances, we will never be able to honor our debt obligations. Mr. Speaker, $108 million to service ambulances, not to buy new ambulances, but to buy spare parts and service ambulances. This is how you manage the economy. That's how you could not pay the debt. That's how you put us in the kind of debt that you put us. That's how you had to do the debt exchange program. Mr. Speaker, if we were stealing GRA money under contracts similar to SML, where 1.5 billion Ghana cedis was paid to SML without proper evaluation, we will not have been able to honor our debt obligations. Mr. Speaker, SML, it is reported, when they added upstream oil contracts to them, the contract value ballooned to close to 500 million United States dollars. Indeed, I've come to accept their name, Strategic Mobilization Limited, to strategically mobilize and loot the monies of Ghanaians. If you were not strategically mobilizing and looting Ghanaians' money, you would have been able to construct 111 hospitals in 4 years. Mr. Speaker, now the former finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, wants us to sympathize with him that he is sick. Even when he was sick and his own MPs wanted him to resign, he refused and said he could manage the economy despite his obvious ill health. We're all here in this chamber. It was obvious that he wasn't well, but he insisted on managing the economy. Today, he's been called to come and account, and we are being told that we should sympathize with him because he is sick. Mr. Speaker, for 4 good years, he turned this chamber into a Bible school. I remember his famous his famous Bible quotations. Matthew 14:13 to 21. He referred us to the loaves and fish parables. I remember Deuteronomy 8:18. Mr. Speaker, after many years of tutelage, after many years of being taught by Ken Ofori-Atta, we too have learned the Bible. So today, I'll refer him to Luke 19, verse 1 to 10. Luke 19, verse 1 to 10. And since my brother started with a lengthy Bible quotation, let me also go through a lengthy Bible quotation. Luke 19, verses 1 to 10 says, Jesus entered Jericho and was passing through. A man was there by the name of Zacchaeus. He was a chief tax collector. What was Ken Ofori-Atta? Chief tax collector. He was in charge of GRA. And what do GRA do? They collect tax. So clearly, Zacchaeus in the Bible resembles Ken Oforiatta. A man was there by the name Zacchaeus. He was a chief tax collector and he was wealthy. A man who owns a bank, data bank, owns enterprise. Is he not a wealthy man? Is there no resemblance between Zacchaeus and Ken Oforiatta? He wanted to see Jesus. He wanted to see Jesus. But because he was short, he could not see over the crowd. So he ran ahead and climbed a cyclone fig tree to see him, since Jesus was coming that way. When Jesus reached the spot, he looked up and said to him, Zacchaeus, come down immediately. I said to Ken Oforiatta, come back to Ghana immediately. Zacchaeus! Zacchaeus! Oforiatta! Oforiatta! And Jesus said to Zacchaeus, I must stay at your house today. Mr. Speaker, if you recall, we tried to go and stay in his house recently. So he came down at once, and Jesus welcomed him gladly. All the people saw this and began to mutter, he has gone to be the guest of a sinner. The people said that Jesus has gone to be the guest of a sinner. Mr. Speaker, I didn't start with the Bible today. My brother started with the Bible today, and I'm just following his footsteps so that he knows I haven't forgotten my Bible lessons too. Mr. Speaker, the people said he has gone to be the guest of a sinner. But Zacchaeus stood up and said to the Lord, look, Lord, here and now I give half of my possessions to the poor, and if I have cheated anybody out of anything, I will pay back 4 times the amount. Ken Oforiatta, come back. If you haven't cheated anybody, come back. If you haven't cheated anybody, come back. And when you come and we determine that you have cheated, you have to pay 4 times. And Jesus said to him, today salvation has come to this house.
Honorable Jinapo, it appears the members don't want you to leave. It appears they are happy about your presence. That's just by the way. Yes, Honorable Majority Leader, you have the floor.
Mr. Speaker, and Jesus said to him, today salvation has come to this house because this man too is a son of Abraham. Ken Oforiatta too is a son of Ghana, so he should come home. The Son of Man came to seek and to save the lost. Mr. Speaker, I will end my Bible lessons here and to show to my colleague, my minority leader, that he doesn't know the Bible better than me. Mr. Speaker, if he doesn't know, my mother used to own a church. Let's continue. Financial sector mismanagement of the NPP. Paragraph 275, Paragraph 258 to 268 speak to the good health of our financial sector. The sector is rebounding and confidence is being restored after the NPP collapsed the sector. Amen. The NPP destroyed the financial sector at great cost to the taxpayer, and I will demonstrate it. At the end of 2024, government had spent 29.8 billion Ghana cedis to support the financial sector cleanup exercise. 23 billion for banking and then 5.16 billion for the non-banking institutions. Mr. Speaker, damage costs. 9 commercial banks were collapsed by the NPP. Unibank, Royal Bank, Beige Bank, Sovereign Bank, Construction Bank, UT Bank, Capital Bank, Premium Bank, Heritage Bank. All these 9 banks were collapsed under NPP. 347 microfinance institutions were collapsed by the NPP. 39 microcredit companies were collapsed. 29 finance houses and savings loans companies were collapsed. Mr. Speaker, in the end, they deprived 10,000 workers of their jobs. Today, you stand here and ask us, where are the jobs? When you collapse all the banks and render the people jobless. Mr. Speaker, let me get back to Fufutsu Primary School mathematics.